Okay, so let's just talk a little bit more about brain training and share the screen. And basically, let's go back to this. This is basically what the brain gauge is about. Again, it's about tracking progress and using the standard test measures, which give you lots of information about what your overall performance is, using the quick check just to track your overall performance and to see how you're doing. And then, when, using the standard intermittently every once in a while to see where you are. Well, you're going to use this standard to guide you. Okay. So let's say, you're going to use this to guide you in the brain gauge training platform. Let's go to that platform right now. Let's say I'm set up here and I'm ready to test, and I'm going to click on the training platform. I'm going to take my brain gauge right here, and this is your scorecard. And so basically, just to review, what is this? Well, this is the brain gauge training platform. Level one is the easiest level. That's the introductory level. And it's just like when you're doing brain gauge testing, which is quite rigorous, it goes from level one to level five. But in this case, we break it up so that level one's very easy, level five is very hard. Level one has instructions, none of the other levels do. But this has a full set of instructions. The others are pretty good. For example, let's hop in here and do level three, but I'll hop in here and do level three in a second. But basically, we go levels one through five. Your goal is to make this all green. That's if you're training. And this is summarized. How do you what you want to do, summarized in this document, the brain gauge exercise platform. And this goes through and gives you, basically some guidelines on how to test. If you're poor at speed, here's the exercises you want to do. And it tells you a little bit about how often you should train and when you should train, and a little bit on, each different measure. If you do poor on timing perception, for example, you want to work on timing, speed, and multitasking. And where do you find this document? Well, let's go back, and we'll go backwards, and we'll find out that the brain training platform is on this page, and this page is actually on the quick fact sheets page, and that's under the learn more, under the white papers. So you go to the white papers, quick fact sheets, go all the way to the bottom. There's the brain gauge training platform. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to tell me, it's going to load up. Obviously, my Zoom connection is slowing things down. And this tells you all about this exercise platform. So right now I'm going to tell you about it live, which means you think about this just like you think about an exercise room. Here's your treadmill, your elliptical, your weight bench, your leg strength. In other words, these are, it's just there's an analogy to physical training that the brain gauge exercise platform has. And that when you go into a weight room, let's pretend this is a weight room, and you can lift 10 pounds. That's easy, right? Then you try to lift 20 pounds, no problem. 30 pounds, having a little trouble with that. And then obviously 40, 50 pounds. So let's just say right here, I'm gonna click on this with a mouse, okay, not the brain gauge. Select on that, and now I'm going to use the brain gauge, and I'm going to just respond. I'm going to talk and respond, and don't try not to be too embarrassed about my scores, because I'm talking and testing at the same time. This is actually talking and training at the same time. And I'm just going to do 5 trials. Doesn't take long. And each time you do those trials, okay, we do 5 trials. It's going to go back, give us our results. We got 100% at level 3. And let's say you're going to keep moving down. Let's say I'll do level 4. It's a little harder. Let's say you have trouble with it. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to have trouble with that level because I'm not even responding yet. I'm responding or not responding fast enough. For the speed drill, you have to respond fast enough, or you just won't score well. But I'll respond this time. And basically that just so we can get a score here. So responded twice, 2 out of 5. That gives us 40%. Okay, now if you were lifting, let's say this were lifting weights, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. Can't do 40, we're going to train at 30. So you train at the level you can do. All right. And then you do that for a while, 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on, whatever, whether you think you feel progress. Then you move up to the next one. So after you've trained at one level for a while, that's where you start moving up. Okay. You're going to get better training at the level you can do. You don't train, if you can't lift 100 pounds, you don't train by lifting 100 pounds. But when you do this, you do repeats. So I would do level 3, and then I do it 3, 4, 5 times. This is outlined on that piece of paper I just showed you, on that exercise information page. So anyway, what you want to do is you want to do repeats. You want to wait 15 to 20 seconds between each one. And you probably want to, and as far as how long have you tested, there's a little indicator right here. How long have I tested that? I've tested 3 minutes. You see the clock's not going now. It's only going to run while you're actually doing this. So that's basically the way you do this, and you just keep working until you can get all 5 levels. If you're a real hot shot, you go to the expert exercises, and these are much harder. But let's start out with the easy ones for now, and stick with the first set. This is much easier, levels 1 through 5. The levels on the next set on expert, that gets a little tougher. So anyway, and then once you're done with this, you can exit and go back, re-enter your name, and come back up. And maybe you want to do quick check the next time you come, or you do the standard. But that's basically what you do. And and what you want to do is eventually fill in this entire BrainGage training platform. And I think that is probably enough to get you started. If you have any questions, go to the website and you can set up a consult with me, or you can send an email to info@corticalmetrics.com. So anyway, that's probably enough talking for one day.